This is Blue July, and you're listening to the Be Someone podcast. Lights looking bright, the H got the vibe. See my name on the signs, it's my time to shine. When I was cruising 45, and it crossed my mind that I shine like the sun and that I'll be someone.
Hey, welcome everyone to the Be Someone podcast. This is your host, the Coach Chris Ortiz, and today we are blessed to be joined by Zilla, Fatu. How you doing today, brother?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Man, I appreciate you coming by the spot, man. It looks a little bit different than last time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We leveled up. Last time we were just on an iPhone.
I know, right? What was it, like a month ago?
Man, probably about like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, man.
Y'all see, it's consistency. This is what consistency does.
Momentum's real, right?
Yeah.
Momentum's real. Let's get to the heart of matters, man. Like you were coming off your debut, Reality of Wrestling. We were over there at the Humble Civic Center. Dude, you hit a grand slam. I don't know any other way to put it. Let's walk from the beginning. Like, you wake up that day, man. What are you feeling? What's going through your head?
When I woke up, the beginning of my day, it didn't hit me like at all. Cause shout out to Jacob Fatu, that's my cousin, son of Tongan kid. He actually was there to like make me feel comfortable. Like he was there to like give me, hey, Oos, it's gonna be all right. He was one of those voices. He was like, Oos, it's gonna be all right. And I'd be like, man, I don't know. But he was always there like to
you had some
keep
nerves.
me calm. Yeah, I did. But he helped me. Like he helped me to like smoothing everything out. But I didn't get nervous until like before the curtain. Like actually, coming out in the curtain. And I was like, man. But as soon as I hit that curtain, all that went away.
Well, hey, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit, man.
Yeah,
Let's talk about,
yeah.
like hitting the barbershot up, man, and getting that.
Oh, you see?
Getting that fade.
Yeah. See, you watching. I like
Yeah,
that.
man,
You
we're watching, supporting, man, supporting.
Yeah, I had to get right. Look fresh.
What is it about a haircut that just makes a man feel special?
You feel like a new man. Feel like a new man. How you feel when you get a haircut?
I feel like Superman.
I know it.
I feel like
you
I'm
just go out,
bulletproof.
right? You just want to go out.
Best believe it, man. Muscles are popping a little bit more. The personality is a little more shiny.
Sure.
It just takes you up a level. So you pull up to the parking lot, the Humble Civic Center. Man, that bad boy is packed.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that many people to be, at that event?
Not that many people. I knew it was gonna be a few hundreds, but not no thousand. Especially for my first match, Oos. And I was, like I said, I just didn't know how I feel. Like if y'all watched my video, the vlog that I did, I just, how you say it, like so shocked. Cause this was my first match in front of all these people. And to get like all the love and the attention that I have, it was just like just a blessing. Cause I understand that everybody can't fit in my shoes. There's only one Zilla Fatu shoe. And I was just so thankful for, everybody, like my team, you, my mom, team, J-Bo, his crew. Like, there's so many people that played a role in this debut that helped the debut go so well.
Well, the thing is, too, is like when most people debut, right? Like you're debuting in front of like 10, 15, 20, maybe
less.
50 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's in a high school gym or, it's in a shed somewhere in someone's backyard or whatnot. Like for you to open up, with 1,000 people in front of you, that just had to be like a magical experience, man. Let's move on. You're backstage, you're chit-chatting with all the homies back there. What is some of the good advice you were getting from some of the vets? Because I noticed, you had Carlito back there throwing you some advice. Yeah, Sheldon Benjamin. You had just a bunch of titans of the game.
They were just, Sheldon, he played a big role too in it. Sheldon just take your time, Oos. Like, don't go out there trying to look for the next spot. Don't go out there just trying to do too much. Just feel the crowd's energy and just go from there. Carlito, he was like more on don't overthink the next move. Because, there's the art to wrestling, y'all. And if you in the business, you know what I'm talking about. So it's like Carlito, he was just don't overthink your next step. Just let it flow, feel the crowd, feel the energy, and just go from there. And that's what happened, that's what happened.
Yeah, sometimes, we can have that paralysis by analysis by overthinking, right? But then when we're just like in that flow state, man, where you're just allowing the moment just to take you on a ride. And I feel like you nailed it perfectly on that. Let's talk about your selection of the Roy Jones song, man. Like, where did that come from?
So if y'all know, like me, I'm born in Pensacola, Florida, but I was raised in Houston.
Okay.
So, you know, Roy Jones, he's a Pensacola guy.
Yes, he is.
And I jammed that song before every game of my football career, my basketball career, my track career, anything. I always got that song on, like on repeat. That and Eminem Till I Collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a contest going on? Like, was there a chance that the M song was going to be the song, or was it just, it was
Really, there was another song I had in mind. Was the DMX, the X Gonna Give It To You. But the only reason why I didn't pick it because I really wanted him to say Z Gonna Give It To You.
man? Too bad he ain't alive, man.
I know,
like
I know.
one
We
day he could have
remixed
came out,
something.
man. Right?
Yeah, it's still possible though. It's still, I can remix. But that's
It's
a
in
whole
the
nother
future,
story.
man.
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the entrance, man, because me and you were chit chatting over text, and we were talking about that debut, and I was like, man, you nailed the entrance. You had the crowd waiting, for about 30 seconds. They're playing the jam. The crowd's excited, getting ready to see you. And then we waiting, we're all at the edge of our seats, man. Right. Tell us, like, by design or by accident, man?
It was really by accident, but by God though.
Yeah.
And it played out in my favor. And I'm just gonna give y'all like a little insight. So I wasn't ready. But what's crazy, I seen everybody already dressed. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna get ready at my time.
Yeah.
It obviously like it worked out still, but I should have been ready. And I was sitting backstage with Jacob. And then shout out to Rudy, he came back there and he was like, hey, Zilla, I think you up next. And I'm like, stop playing. And then like he left, I want to say 30 seconds go by, maybe a minute. He come back, he be like, Zilla, your song on. I'm like, what? So boy, I'm like, dang, it's really happening. So I put everything on quick. And soon as right before I hit it, shout out to Ryan Davidson.
Yeah, the bear.
The bear. He said something with me that I'll never forget. He was like, Oosh, go out there and show him. Just that little sentence right there, like it stuck with me. And then, like I told y'all, I was nervous. Like I was real nervous. But as soon as I hit that curtain, like as soon as it opened up, it went away. And
Nah, you executed it flawlessly, and then again, like it looked. I like what you said. You said by God, right? Almost like by design, because it had everybody at the edge of their seats, and I think it worked out perfectly. I think if you come out 29 seconds earlier, like it's still cool, but it ain't that cool, So executed that perfectly. Your dance partner, man, was it the Nature Boys? Johnny Lyons, the Nature Boys.
Lyons.
Wonderful dance partner, man. Like he,
he's all right.
Put one heck of a performance on.
Right.
He got a couple of little blows on you, right. Man. Come on, man.
Right. His homeboy Dylan tried to help him out, but you see that
it didn't work, man. It didn't work.
You try again, Nature Girls.
Man, tell me, like the energy hopping into the actual ring, man. Like as it hit you, like I'm about to step into the squared circle in front of 1,000 people for the first time. What does that feel like? Like the anticipation earlier in the day has got to be different from the first time you put that foot in the ring.
I think it was the adrenaline. Like what I got from it, it was just like I feel like my pops was there for sure, and I don't know how to explain it. Like when I hit the curtain, the nervousness, everything went away. But as soon as I got into the ring, if y'all watched the video, like I was moving like kind of slow, only because I'm like, wow. This actually happening. All these people. So then like soon as the bell rung, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, turn up. That's when I started moving around the ring. But at first, if y'all really like look at the video, I was slow a little bit. Only because I was shocked and a little bit nervous, but like I say, I was.
Did you feel connected with your father, like in that moment?
Did.
Like, did you feel like that the magic in that moment, that intersection? Like, there's sometimes like my father's passed away, right? And there's certain songs that hit the radio, man, and I feel like he's sitting there right there with me, man. Or there's certain movies, if I pop on Predator, it's like, man, I got my old man sitting right next to me, man, because we got good memories of watching that. I feel like it's an intersection somewhere where like we connect, almost like on a spiritual level.
Right.
Did you feel that in the ring?
Oh, not in the beginning. I felt it right before I did the Samoan Spike.
Oh,
you're right. What I did, and if you watch it, I looked up, and that wasn't planned. I didn't have that in mind. Like I didn't.
You just fell right in the heart.
It just did it. You know what I'm saying? Zilla just came out, and that happened. you know. But I didn't feel his spirit until right before I hit this morning spike, and it felt like I can't describe the feeling, Oos. And it just felt good. It felt like
So natural,
I
man.
reconnected with him. Yeah, I reconnected with him. So
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Whenever we can reconnect, and there's gonna be those moments in our life, man, and that's one of them, man. When you hit that
Right.
finisher, that's gonna always be y'all's moment, man.
yeah, and in my head I'm like, man, Johnny better sell this right here.
And he did, man.
Yeah, he did.
And like I said, man, like it was a absolutely stunning, debut. Where do we go from there? Like, are we already looking at, future opponents? I saw that, Book's got the brand new school opening up, man. They're getting it nice and tight for everybody. When's the next show? When are we going to see you again, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Whenever Book call my phone and he say, Zilla, we need you this week, that's when it's gonna happen. As far as the date, I can't give y'all a specific date.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's
coming.
The Zilla takeover is coming. So
yeah, man. Well, what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna rewind it, man, because I think part of what makes you special and part of like why you're resonating with so many people is like you have one hell of a comeback story, man. Like you hit rock bottom. You spent some time, behind bars, man. Tell me, like, what did that do for you? Because you earlier in the conversation we talked about how it was essential. What did that do for you?
it just really gave me a lot of time to reflect on who I am. It gave me a lot of time to like think who's really my friends and who was really there for me.
Yeah.
It gave me time to come up with a plan. And the reason why I was so blessed to go to prison at a young age, because I was able to find myself. I was able to just dissect like everything that I did leading up to me being in jail. And I just want to thank God, for giving me that time to reflect and come up with a plan. Because right now, y'all, like what y'all watching, I had this, maybe not the wrestling career plan, but I had this greatness, this I wouldn't say attention, but like I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that I was gonna, shock the world in the right way, and I didn't have it any other way in my mind.
Yeah.
Like I knew I was gonna make an impact on the world, but I didn't know it was gonna be through wrestling. So right now, y'all, like I'm really executing my plan that I made in prison.
Yeah, I'd say flawlessly to a T right now. Whose idea was it to document everything too? Because I think, again, part of what makes your story special is that like you're documenting it. You're putting it out there for everybody to see, and people can relate to it.
Right.
Like I see the comments in your YouTube videos, and people relate, and people relate. That's
Right.
to me is what makes it special, is the relatability. Whose idea was it to document this journey?
It was J-Bo TV. He's actually back there, man. Hello. Shout out to him. When I first came home, he was the first one to tell me like, bro, you need to start a YouTube channel. I'm like, for what? And he's like, bro, you got a story. Like all y'all have a story. You, your pops, y'all have a history. It's like you need to start one right now. And at first I was like, man, I don't know. Cause it's like personal, stuff like, talking about my dad, like I wasn't comfortable at that time. He made me comfortable with like expressing who I am, expressing my story and sharing the story with you guys.
Yeah.
And sharing the story like just to give people that feeling to be a part of something. And he was the one like that told me like, bro, you need to vlog. If you can, vlog every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, J-Wo TV. Y'all need to go tap in with him. So shout out to him. That's my brother. I love him. Loyalty and respect is always there with him. And he's the one that really installed in my mind that I need to vlog everything.
Yeah, and did you anticipate it becoming what it is? Because like right now it's blowing up, and I'll keep going back to relatability. You're hitting people on so many different levels, and it's not just the comeback story.
Right.
It's you making time for your fans. It's you hanging out with your moms. Like it's all these little things.
Well, when I first started my YouTube channel, I always asked Jay, like, bro, you think I should do this? You think I should edit like this? Or you think I should make my videos like this? And he was like, nah, bro. Like, don't edit nothing. Just let it flow. Let everything be organic and raw. Don't like edit too much. Like let them. They want to see you getting out the mud. They don't always want to see the final product.
Yeah.
They want to see the hustle, the grind every day that I put in. And he was just able to install my head because my first 6 videos that I did on YouTube, it's not on YouTube not anymore. I deleted it only because I lost faith. Like I was like, man, this YouTube stuff ain't gonna work. Like, nah. So I deleted all my videos. And then he was always there. Like every time I go over his crib, he was always there. Like, Oos, what's up? Like, why you stop? Keep going. And then, you know, he has his own YouTube channel, and I seen the grind that he put in, so it motivated me.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I gotta get on my, you know, my game, and that's what I did. And that's like, you know, shout out to him because he plays a big role in this. He plays a very huge role on where I'm at today, y'all. So
For people that are trying to build like their YouTube channels, like was there like a moment like where it hit? Like you said, you deleted your first 6 videos and you weren't happy with them. Like I imagine it's the numbers, right, that were kind of upsetting you. Was there like a moment, or was there like a number that hit and you're like, okay, we on to something?
it was actually a special video that I did on my YouTube talking about my last interaction with my pops.
Yeah.
I didn't know that story connected with so many people across the world.
Yeah.
Like just off a little son losing his father. I'm sure everybody can connect with that.
Yes.
And
That's why it hit.
right. So to see the feedback that I got from that, and having in mind, like before that video, I didn't know that I was gonna cry at all. But when I would start, you know, talking and expressing what was actually happening with my last interaction with my dad, it hit me. You know, so I feel like when people see me at my most vulnerable stage and seeing me, you know, expressing the real feelings that I had, you know, within that time, like they resonated with that. They stuck with that, and they was like, man, he's human just like us.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why a lot of people like connecting with me and really, you know, want to see me win because they know that this is not no handout. They know that I just came home from the pen after 6 years trying to reestablish myself in the right productive way. And that's what I'm doing, you know, but at the same time, enjoying the process, enjoying meeting new individuals like you know, and just, bro, I'm enjoying the process, Oos.
Yeah. Well, do you think that it makes it a little bit more difficult? Because some people are going to say like, oh, you know, he's got a famous family, it's easier for him.
Nah.
I've always been of the belief that it's actually harder. You may be able to get your foot in the door, right, a little bit, you know, sooner or easier. But as far as proving yourself, like the bar gets set incredibly high because now you're being compared to, you know, some of the greats.
Oh, facts. It's hard. Like everybody think it's easy because I'm related to, you know, my family and I have my family history, but it makes it harder because why? It's like my pops, Yoko, I can name all the legends of my family, but they set the bar so high that when I came in, ain't no play around. Like ain't no playing, ain't no just messing around. And I don't want to be like the most sorriest one out of all. There's so many of us. I don't want to be, you know, who's Zilla Fatu? You know, I don't want to be there. I want to make my own imprint, my own impact on the game, and I feel like it makes it more challenging because my pops already has his gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, the Usos got their gimmick. Roman got his gimmick. Yoko, it's hard for me because I'm trying to like develop my own character, but it's already been taken. So now it's like I got to come up with something new, and that's what I'm doing. So. But I'm enjoying the process. It was like,
but I wouldn't even say like it's a gimmick. Like what I saw, you know, at that debut, it was unique. You know, it was not like any of your other relatives. You know, like you really embraced that H-Town feel, that H-Town swag. Even like with your vernacular when you talk, you know, you sound like you're from Houston, right?
Right.
You know, and then I was telling you, like you really connected with my 18-year-old son after you hit. There was a move that you hit, but then you hit the too small.
Yeah.
You know? And again, that's unique. I have not seen that, you know, in professional wrestling.
Right.
You know, and it connected even more so. You're like, I wanted to go with the LeBron, but I was like, you know what? Yes, but this other one was a little bit more cool, you know, for the youth. And I could see it, you know, by the 18-year-old that was sitting right next to me, you know, that doesn't even really know you, but he saw that and then he lit up like a Christmas tree, you know. So that tells me that every other 18-year-old that saw that lit up like a Christmas tree was like, oh man, you know. So you are carving, you know, your own path. I don't think that you favor anything, you know. Maybe the spike, right? That's about the thing that's like a family move right there.
Right.
But everything else, it just looks, it's unique. It's you. There wasn't no face paint, you know. You did stick your tongue out once or twice. Oh, yeah. You had to hit him with that tongue.
That's just my culture though. Like we do that when we go to war. We let everything out. You know,
Yeah.
and that's something we do the haka.
Yeah, I've seen it, you know, right before many of rugby games, man.
Yeah, the haka.
It
yeah.
scares the heck out of
Yeah.
people, man.
So that right there, that wasn't even, like I said, that wasn't even staged. Like that wasn't. I didn't have it in my mind before I went out there. Oh, I'm gonna do this when I get on the top rope.
Yeah.
Like that just, like I said, it was Pops took over, God took over, and that's what happened.
It lives
like,
inside you.
Facts.
Lives inside
Facts,
you, man.
facts.
Something else that I'm digging too, man, is that I'm noticing like you're making time for the fans, man. You know, I've been seeing some of the videos, and it warms my heart incredibly to see that, you know, someone comes up to you, you know, and they want a picture. Someone comes up to you and they want a signature. Like you're not big leaguing them. You're not saying, sorry, Junior, you know, I got to go somewhere. Like you're making time for everyone, man. Like where does that come from? Because I imagine it could get annoying. You know?
Yeah. Now I'm thinking like I'm thinking how you know, how would I feel? You know, if there's somebody that's wrestling and somebody I look up to, if I walk up to him and he doesn't want to take a picture with me, like I'm gonna be hurt. So I really just installed in my mind, like, put myself in their shoes. And
Empathy.
I never wanna, like, you know, how you say it?
Big league them.
Right. And I won't forget, like, all this tools, like, even though I vlogged it and I showed you guys this, it's motivating to me. Like, it reminds me, you know, who I am. Because sometimes, you know, I forget. Because, you know, every day's not perfect.
Yeah.
So when I go to certain events and receiving the love and receiving the attention that I get from these kids and, you know, other individuals, it's like, it keeps me back on track, keeps me, you know, focused. It keeps me like, Zilla, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, and do something positive. So now I just gotta set the right example, because it's not only grown people looking up to me, it's kids looking up to me.
Yeah.
You know, so
You got another generation coming up behind you. You know, your
Yeah.
words, you know,
Yeah.
could help them make, you know, a proper decision whenever that fork in the road comes up.
right, and to inspire. Like, I want to inspire people.
Yeah, and that was something else I really wanted to pick your brain on. Like, do you see wrestling kind of, I don't want to say see it as a stepping stone. Like, it's going to be a way, you know, to feed the family. It's going to be a way, you know, to make a living. It's going to be a way to carve your own path. But do you see yourself like doing some motivational speaking, you know, going and speaking to troubled youth, pulling up at high schools, pulling up, you know, and just sharing your story?
Most definitely. I got to do that. I have to, you know, give back to the community any way I can. Right now, I actually have something in the works with the juvenile detention that I was locked up downtown. I actually have it's crazy because the same staff, the same guards that was there when I was there,
Oh, really?
they're still there. So they tapped in. You know, they see, you know, I just came home. They see that I'm trying to like better myself, and they like, shout out to them too, because they always tell me, "Oh, you need to come talk to these kids. You need to come talk to them." So right now, I'm just trying to get everything improved, because, you know, there's a process within
course.
that. Because, you know, I'm on parole, so I'm most definitely gonna talk to really host a seminar. That's what it's called.
You can call it anything you want to,
Seminar,
man.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you pull up, they let them know that,
Right.
you know, who's coming. And then, you know, you just, you know, spit game to them, you know, just
yeah,
let them know how, you know, life is choice driven.
Right. Not just that, but I do eventually, like, whenever I get myself together, I do want to be part of TED Talk.
That'd be pretty sweet,
You know what that
man.
is?
I know what it is. Those are real good, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you made it as a
For sure.
speaker.
Yeah.
When you get called to do a TED Talk,
Yep.
my man.
TED Talk. Yeah. I'm surprised you know that.
Oh,
Everybody don't know about that.
that TED Talk's where it's at. That's how you know you made it, man.
Yeah.
Like when you pull up to the TED Talk, you done did it as a speaker, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, a couple more questions I'll ask you, man. Then we'll get you out of here, man. I know that you're a
we ain't
busy
in no rush,
man.
Oos. We enjoying the vibe right now, Oos.
Working out, man. Is working out like spiritual to you, man? Because I noticed, you know, you in the gym. Is it a place where like you can just escape the world's problems and all the pressure from life? Like, does it do something for you mentally? Is it like therapy?
No, it is my therapy. It is my therapy, because when I don't work out, I get frustrated. You know, I do have, you know, anger issues. So not wrestling, but working out, it helps with that. You know, it helps me. It's like my meditation.
I could tell, man. I've seen some of those videos, man, and you just look like you're in a different spot whenever you're working out. Look like you're in a happy spot, man.
I wouldn't say happy, but like, how you say it? Like I'm composed to what's really going on. It keeps me like I'm tunnel vision on what needs to be done, my goals, but I don't like I say, y'all, I don't work out just to only look good. I work out because it's for me, my own good. Because without working out, I don't know how I'm able to cope with my anger issues.
I need it too, man. Like I need to go work out for a good 2.5 hours, and it's more than anything. It's just like a place for me just to escape the world, and then it gives me an opportunity to think about business moves, think about the podcast, the books that I'm going to write, my family, and I can process stuff there for that 2 hours. Like the world can't touch me,
Right.
Whenever I'm working out.
You get to plan and stuff like while working. Yeah. Same here.
I got my phone out and I'm making moves. I'm
notes,
reaching out to people and
Right.
making notes and all that. Okay, your family. What is some of like the good advice that you've been getting from your cousins and your uncles and stuff like that, man? Because I know that you got questions about the biz. You got the family spitting some good advice in here, man. Like,
of course. The main one is just move right. There's a way to move when you're, especially related to who we are as our family, the Samoan dynasty. There's a way we have to move in this business. Like you can't just, be wilding now, having everything on social media. Because, the wrestling world, especially the wrestling world, they will blow it out of proportion.
Yes, they will. They're looking for y'all to do wrong.
Right. So it's like, they always tell me, it's like, keep your nose clean, watch, who you're around and just work. Don't focus on the final product. Like just trust the process and enjoy the process. Cause right here, it's not going to be here tomorrow, So it's like, I'm only going to get better. I'm only going to get bigger. My name's only going to get bigger. And it's like, just enjoy the process. Don't rush, cause you cannot rush greatness. And just, like mom said, take it one day at a time.
What's your favorite part of the process right now then?
Meeting new individuals.
All right.
Yeah. Meeting new individuals, meeting new backgrounds, networking with people.
Who are some interesting people that you've met, as a result of the process?
I actually met some influencers across the way. You probably don't know. You heard of Rue Crew?
No, I'm a little bit old.
But hey, the youngsters, they know that.
They
But
do.
Rue Crew, Funny Mike, they're all big influencers, on the social media part. Because I like doing the funny stuff too. It's not always serious. It's not always about prison. It's not always about. So I like doing funny stuff. Making people laugh and meeting you. You know what I'm saying? Meeting a lot of people like along the way. Giving me the right knowledge. Telling me, hey Zilla, I see you working, man. I'm proud of you. Like keep going. Just a little dialogue that I get from those new individuals that I meet, it means a lot to me. Like, so, especially you gave me a lot of game and we on the right path. God got a plan for us.
Yeah, man. Like, I'd like to see the best for you. I know that right now you're drawing a lot of attention, so like one of my hopes is that you can disseminate, what the good attention is versus the bad attention.
Right.
So like sometimes like when I reach out, and just check, man, I see some of your posts. I'm like, you all right, homie? You all right? It's like I'm reaching out to my son, like I can notice he's wearing a funny look on his face, right? And I got to reach out to him and say, you all right, man? Like, you're not acting the same.
Right. And I feel like everybody needs people like that, to check in because it's the little stuff. Like me and my mama was talking about the other day. You know how when people, you can tell when people try to give you genuine love. You can tell who's trying to give you the fake love. And it's like, I try not to hold expectations on people. That was my biggest.
They're gonna let you down.
I know that was my biggest. How you said like downfall when I came home because I'm expecting people to like give me stuff. I'm expecting people to bless my game when I come home, but I took it the wrong way. I had people like J-Bo, my brother, my mama giving me the right game, and it just took it from there. And here I am. I'm moving right. Keeping my nose clean. I'm making sure everybody around me on the same page and hungry for it and just not to be content with life, because when you're on the road with greatness, ain't no finish line in this marathon. So
no, and momentum is real. Like momentum is one of my favorite concepts because once that ball gets rolling, it's
keep going.
It keeps going and it keeps getting bigger, man. Like I know we had spoken about this on an earlier podcast. What are your hopes and aspirations, outside of wrestling? Because right now everyone's focused like Zilla the wrestler, Zilla the wrestler. That's what's in your background. That's what's in your family. What do you want to do, outside of wrestling? Because you're not just a wrestler. You're a young man that's got all kinds of hopes and dreams, and wrestling may not be the only thing that's on it.
Well, I'm like my YouTube. I'm trying to like make that my number one. I don't really like. I really didn't want to tell you that, but you know, since we right
It's
here,
all right.
my YouTube is my number one. Only because my story, I see that I connect with a lot of individuals. I see that my actions could determine the next person's action, and I feel like with my YouTube, you know, I'm not speaking for anybody else's YouTube, but with my YouTube, I don't have no certain niche. Like, you're not just gonna come to my page and just find one type of content. It's gonna be everything. It's gonna be raw and organic, and I feel like people need that in this world. People need to see the grind, you know, because obviously, just like you said, obviously I'm coming up, but it's like I'm bringing a lot of people with me, like giving people that feeling to be something a part of. That means a lot to them, and I like you said, you see the videos with the kids, you see all that, and it means a lot to me, and it like, and I'm sure it means a lot to my mom, because I gave my mom a lot of.
You weren't the easiest kid.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. But I was good, you know. But my mom, I gave her like a lot of like hectic. So now just her seeing me coming home and like changing my ways, I know that means a lot to her. So as long as she sees that, like I'm good. You know what
And what that proves too is that like a lot of the stuff that, you know, your mother bestowed upon you, a lot of the life lessons, like maybe at the time it seemed as if you were not listening,
Right.
but you were listening. Like when you come back and you're 23 and now you're doing the good things, like that shows like those lessons, like you were listening, you know, just maybe you didn't apply them at that time, right? But that's all.
I wasn't listening. Coming up, I wasn't listening at all. Like maybe I probably heard my mama, because my mom, she be the main one. She be like, "Oh, he not your friend." She, you know, mom be the first one to point it out. She be like, "Oh, he not your friend," and I'd be like, "Mama, you tripping? You don't even know him."
Since the beginning of time, man, mama's
Yes,
been doing
mama
that.
always been there. Mama always giving me the game, but I was just so young, lost, and blinded. But now, you know, when I went away and having a lot of time to reflect, mama was really the one that was just trying to help out.
Yes.
You know, just trying to guide her son the right way. But like I said, I didn't see that till I went to prison. And I got that time to like reflect and think about what was really going on. Think about who, like I said in the beginning, my real friends, it showed me a lot of things, opened my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't see before. So I'm just blessed that I went at a young age. So now I'm 23, came home. You know, I'm still humble, but I'm finna turn up though. So
Nah, you should turn up, man. You know,
sure.
you got to make up for lost time, right?
yeah, I mean, not make up, but like, cause you know, certain you can't make up for the time that's been lost. So I want to say, I don't know how to say it. Turn up.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, we only get one crack at this thing, you know, at life, man. And like a situation like yours, the way that like you took it and you internalized it and you learned all the lessons, like it makes you so much more self-aware, right? Of all the good things that I got going on now. And you can really enjoy that stuff and you can really turn it up.
Right.
You know, moving forward, you can turn the kindness up, you know, you can turn the respect up, man. You can, you know, turn Zilla Fatu up to level 10, you know, and just be the best version of yourself, going around inspiring
And
people.
that's the message like I'm trying to get across as far as just me being me. Just telling people just be yourself. You know, be yourself and just know that, you know, you're here for a reason. That's not up to me to determine that. It's up to you to find out, you know, who you are. And I feel like the best teaching lies is experience.
Yeah, that's what I tell the kids, man. You ain't trying to be a carbon copy. You want to be an original. You want to be
original.
one-on-one. Be a unicorn.
Facts.
Man, well, hey, I appreciate you sliding by the
appreciate
pod,
you.
man. It was nice talking to
Be
you.
Someone podcast. Hello.
Man, we got Zilla Fatu, man. Y'all keep y'all's eyes, ears to the street, man. The young man is doing some wonderful things. And, like, here's the scary part. It's only the beginning, man. It's only the beginning. You know, hopefully you'll bless us with another chat, you know, down the line, man.
We
But
locked in.
we're going to make sure that, you know, we push your stuff out there, man. And I wish you the best, man, because, you know, you're a good young man. You're a good young man. And if you fall, scrape your knee, you know, I know that you're going to get back up because you got a good, you know, solid support system right there. And,
Yes, sir.
You know, you're just going to keep marching forward, man, because guess what? That's what Fatus do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a Fatu thing. Hello.
Right there, man. Well, hey, thank y'all for being on watching the Be Someone podcast. Y'all take care, have a blessed day, and go out and be that someone.
Lights, camera, session. Use the flow, molasses. Blue the line, my fashion. Future brightening glasses. Applause from the masses.
This is the Be Someone podcast.